What's up, guys? It's me, the Elite Double X Prince, and I am here to do a different type of video. Well, it's another top 10, but I'm gonna talk about video games. And also, as you can tell, I decided to switch my background. I got the Joker back with me. If you're wondering why I changed it this much, it's because I got lazy. I was just laying on my bed doing these videos, but I decided to get off my ass and actually have the Joker right next to me. So you can't go wrong with that. But anyways, this is gonna be a top 10 of my favorite video games of all time. Let me just say that back in the day, I was a huge gamer. I was like on top of it. I used to play a lot of Mortal Kombat, Sonic, Crash, and Mario and shit like that. But I don't know, over the years I noticed that some games just try to repeat themselves and not be as fun anymore, and I don't know, they're just not that great anymore. But you know what, last Saturday I had a day off and I was gonna make a video, and then I just decided to play video games, old video games, PlayStation 2 video games, and I just started playing, and you know what, I just had a great time. So you can't go wrong with that. So anyways, let's just get on to my favorite video games of all time, and you'll learn a lot about what kind of video games I'm into and what games I'm not as into. But anyways, let's just get started. Before I get to that, let's give you some honorable mentions. Super Mario World from 1991. Yes, that's a very popular game. I am shocked it's not up there. WCW versus NWO Revenge from 1998. Sonic Heroes 2003. GoldenEye 007 1997. Sorry about that. WWF No Mercy 2000. Super Mario Galaxy from 2007. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas 2004. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that one. Batman Arkham Asylum 2009. Yeah, that's a really hard one to put. Mass Effect 2 from 2010. And the one that just missed it for me was Crash Twinsanity from 2004. Yes, all great games, phenomenal games. A lot of people would put them in their top 10, but you know what? These are my top 10. They could change anytime, so that's why I put a link to the website of my list of my favorite video games of all time. So, without further ado, let's just get started. Coming in at number 10, I got Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005. Yeah, I know a lot of people are gonna hate me because I always put something Star Wars related on any top 10 list, but I mean, come on, it's a really great game, and it's a really good game. Honestly, the only thing the prequels ever did good for us was basically bring us these awesome video games, because this series of games were like amazing. So even when they did a Revenge of the Sith video game, but a lot of people love the Battlefront games. This is personally one of my favorite Battlefront games. One of the first ones. I didn't like Battlefront, the first one, but the second one was a billion times better. And you get to use Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and all those guys. So that was great for me. Now, coming in at number 9 is a game that a lot of people love. I've never seen it in top 10. And it's honestly one of the most underrated games maybe ever. Coming in at number 9 is Jak and Daxter's The Precursor Legacy from 2001. Yeah, I love Jak and Daxter. This is basically one of my favorite franchises as far as video games go, and it's a very underrated game. It's the first one that started it all. I really enjoyed this game. It's a lot of fun. Basically, you got Jak as some pretty cool badass, but he's also kind of fun, and Daxter's that kind of comedic dude. Basically, without this game, we wouldn't have a lot of pretty cool duels like Sonic and Tails, Mario and Yoshi, and shit like that. I mean, granted, they happened first, but this kind of took it to another level and made it more badass and shit. So yeah, even though they're not the first one to do it, it's basically one where people enjoy. And honestly, personally, I feel like Ratchet and Clank did the same shit they did, only in space. So, and instead of weird cheetah looking thing, it's a robot. So Ratchet and Clank got inspiration from this. That's what I'm thinking. But anyways, this game's a lot of fun. It's a good adventure. It's just a lot of fun to go through, and honestly, can't go anything wrong with that. Coming in at number 8, One of the more newer games on this list, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. I like Ultimate Ninja Storm, but I love this one a lot more. This game was incredible. A lot of people don't like this game, but I personally do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. If you're into Naruto and shit like that, then honestly, this is your game. Naruto and Sasuke, basically you take different paths. And Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, they have different paths, but this one it's like different versions of the game, and you get more character development. And if you don't watch the episodes, you could easily play the game and catch up, and you'll be surprised as how much you watched and you're like, oh shit, this was cool. So basically, thanks to these games, I finally got a chance to catch up with the shows and shit. So it was great for that, and they improved the video games, because earlier in the years, Naruto games it basically felt like the old school Street Fighter, but these games took it to a whole new level. For some reason, this one for me sticks out the most. I like Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I like, but not as much as these 2 and 3, but they're just phenomenal games that you should definitely go out of your way to watch. But this is personally my favorite. Coming in at number 7, let's just get it out of the way. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. Yes, I didn't put WWF No Mercy. I didn't put WCW versus NWO. I didn't put any of the SmackDown versus Raw games, but I did put SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. It's personally my favorite WWE video game or wrestling video game. It was just so much fun. You get so much stuff that you can't do back in the day. That I could tell the 2K video games are trying to do some of this old school stuff, but you can't pass the originals. You could fight outside, and you could fight in the crowd. You could do all this stuff. You could fight in backstage area. Hell, you could fight outside of the arena. That's cool. So there's like a lot, and you have a stellar cast of wrestlers: Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Triple H, freaking Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. The list could go on, and you won't be bored of playing this shit. It was just like so much fun, and really, really recommend you guys to go out of your way and check this one out. It's personally my favorite wrestling game. I know a lot of people will go and say other ones. Coming in at number 6, Super Mario Galaxy 2010, or Super Mario Galaxy 2. This game was so much fun. Basically taking the first game and basically just expanding it, and this time going to space. And it takes a lot of the old school games and the new school games, and it's just so much fun. And you have, of course, some of the classic theme songs and shit. So everything about this game is just too perfect. If you haven't played it, I recommend you guys to go out of your way. It's my favorite Mario game. Coming in at number 6. But coming in at number 5 is Crash Bandicoot Warp. I know a lot of people don't like Crash. I love it. It's a lot of fun. Crash Bandicoot Warp is easily the best video game that Crash has had. Everybody can agree to that. It's pretty obvious at this point. Everybody's played it. It's a fun adventure, and just basically taking the silliness that Crash is, and it's just pretty fun, and I really recommend you guys to go watch it or play. Coming in at number 4. Yes, I'm just kind of rushing through this because I gotta go to work after this. Coming in at number 4 is actually the newest game in this series, but it's still kind of old, 2011. Batman's Arkham City. Batman Arkham City was like basically taking Arkham Asylum and just expanding it. Just basically Batman trying to get revenge on the Joker. It's honestly the best of the trilogy. I know a lot of people hate the other one, the new one. What was it called again? Arkham Knight from 2015. But I thought this one was just fantastic. It's so much fun and so much excitement going on to it. It's just really dark and really insane, and the graphics just get better with these games. So I'm really impressed with these guys just making the most out of it and just killing it off. So, and I really enjoyed this game. Honestly, something I will agree, if Arkham Knight never happened, I'm pretty sure the only reason why Arkham Knight exists because they wanted a trilogy. But Arkham City could easily been the finale of the series. just by far. Coming in at number 3 for my favorite video game character of all time, Sonic Adventure 2. Basically took Sonic Adventure and just expanded more. This time you get to play as Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow, and believe many others. But this one was incredible, just taking all the old school stuff. Again, I like when they take old school stuff and just expanding it more to what they could be. So that's what makes it very unique for me, and it's just a lot of fun. Coming in at number 2, the most deadliest game I've played maybe ever, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance 2002. Mortal Kombat is my favorite franchise of all time. Not my favorite video game character. Sonic is my favorite video game character. Mortal Kombat is my favorite video game franchise. You know, you can't go wrong with all of the crazy stuff that those guys have done, and just telling the stories in so many ways. This is basically my favorite Mortal Kombat game. I was almost going to put Armageddon, but I'll agree Armageddon has some problems, particularly with too much characters that no one uses, and the Taven. I actually like the Taven story. I know a lot of people don't like it in Mortal Kombat, but this one is just a straight up fight with all the characters that you know and love. So Deadly Alliance did a good job, and for the graphics being as good as they are now, it's just like pretty insane for me. So really enjoyed that. But number one for me, it's gonna be, you know, a lot of people are wondering if I was ever gonna even put this game or ever even played this game, but I had to put it as number 1. I played it last night, and it was just as fantastic as it was back in 1998, and that is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. A lot of people put this as number 1. I'm one of those guys. It's just the best video game ever. It's just that damn good. It's just a big adventure, and it doesn't need sequels. Granted, we had sequels. Some were good, some were bad. Zelda is a very unique character. I'm shocked they haven't even tried to make a movie out of this character, but this game, Ocarina of Time, is just everything you want out of a video game. Fun, adventure, creativity, good dialogue, everything. It looks like they busted their ass off to make this video game perfect. And I really appreciated the writers of this game. It's the greatest video game of all time. It never gets old. Every time you play, you get something new out of it, and that's what I really enjoyed out of this video game. So yeah, those are my 10 favorite video games of all time. You know, I kind of rushed this list, but you know, I'll just go through them one again. Number 10, Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005. Number 9, Jak and Daxter's The Precursor Legacy from 2001. Number 8, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 from 2010. Number 7, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain from 2003. Number 6, Super Mario Galaxy 2010. Number 5, Crash Bandicoot Warped from 1998. Number 4, Batman Arkham City from 2011. Number 3, Sonic Adventure 2 from 2001. Number 2, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance from 2002. And number 1, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time from 1998, I believe. So anyways, that'll be it. It's me, the ALE XX Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out.